If you have so many different ideas for businesses, for songs, for paintings, for anything that you are creating or can create, but have trouble taking one, committing to it, and making it real, I can share two most common thinking reasons I see that get in the way of that. And if we haven't met, my name is Anya. I teach people about consciousness, spirituality. This is my book on how your consciousness creates your reality and how to uncover those thoughts and beliefs that lay at the foundation of creation of this reality and don't just affect what you create unconsciously, because we create reality all the time, but also affect your thinking, which we're going to talk about right now. Like, why can't you just pick one thing and make it successful and then pick another thing and make it successful? But first of all, I want to say that if you are getting ideas all the time, that's a good thing. Congratulate yourself. That means at least a part of your awareness, a part of your mind is working properly, like it is supposed to. It is connected to that creative place, to that field of all possibilities from which it's able to receive. So your receiver is doing fine. It is when that idea has to come from the ether and enter into the world of physical things, physical form, that's when those two issues come up. And by the way, both of those issues do have to do with our identity, meaning thoughts and beliefs that we mistake for the reality of who we are. The first thing that I see, especially with creative people, especially with people who get inspired, that on occasion, have these experiences where something just comes in and they write a song in 5 minutes. The value of the idea gets measured by how easy it is to implement, when in fact that the implementation of the idea largely depends on all kinds of factors, including if the idea is making you face certain fears. Do you have to challenge certain assumptions? Are you in a great state of mind? Are you in a great place in your life? The idea could be insanely valuable and potentially incredibly successful, but it is the mind, right, that holds all of our fears, all of our assumptions about who we are and about how the world works, that looks at the lay of the land, spots that place where you may have to challenge your own assumptions. You may have to challenge your own fears, assesses it or registers that as not easy, and then wants to look for another idea that's going to fit its idea of ease, as opposed to, dropping the struggle, relaxing into the real flow, which does feel like ease, but does not seek to avoid difficulties. It just solves them. And the second reason we fail to commit to something and just get it done is because we identify, this is identity, this is like pure identity, we identify with what we create. In other words, instead of perceiving ourselves as this creative force behind life, and what we create is just like, oh, this is a pot of soup I made, right? Or this is a clay pot I created. We don't see a difference, a line between the creator and the created. This poses a problem, because then whatever it is that you decide to commit to and make has to be as close to perfection as possible. Because anytime somebody looks at whatever it is that you're doing and judges it, even if it's your own mind judging it, it is like they're judging who you are. If it fails, you fail. And of course, somewhere deep inside, you know that this thing that you choose is never going to be perfect. It's never going to be perceived in a perfect way. So there is this paralysis because of the identification of the creator with the created thing. And when this identification is loosened, and I do teach you how to do this in the book, which is, by the way, available here on TikTok Shop as a paper version. There's different other formats, but the paper version is right here. You start seeing the reality of the fact that you're playing with the house's money. And it doesn't just go for business ideas or paintings or songs or things that you're manifesting. You start seeing that you are not any of the things that you create, and any of the created forms, which are your body, your eyes, your hair color, your age, the house you live in, and you start feeling so free to fail at everything that you actually succeed. This is really powerful work, you guys. When you see that you are the creative force behind life, that you're not any of the things that you create, things happen. Check it out right here on TikTok Shop, and have an amazing Saturday.